Hello and welcome to Scooped, the ice cream review podcast where we try all the cone creations, signature slushes, and frozen foods on the East Coast to give you the ultimate scoop. My name is Holly Hagman and with me is my co-host, husband, and ice cream connoisseur, Paul Percivali. Paul, I've been thinking, and I really don't think I could ever work at the ice cream store.
Why is that?
Because I don't want to work on Sundays.
Dang, that's the truth.
That's a knee slapper there, because Sunday
Yes.
is both a day of the week and an ice cream
And it's like
type.
in the name of like 30% of all the places that we've gone to.
Oh, so many. It's coming. We have at least 2 that we've been to and haven't recorded the episode yet. That the word Sunday is in the title of the ice cream shop.
Yes, it seems to be a common trait in the naming scheme of the ice cream zeitgeist.
For sure.
We haven't talked about the ice cream zeitgeist in a while, have we?
It's been a minute since we've brought up the ice cream zeitgeist.
Yes.
But it's there.
It's
always there.
Always.
Always. Anyway.
Yes.
So in our last episode, we reviewed Allstead Farms, which we placed at the S tier level. And for this episode, we are reviewing a shop whose specialty is cookie ice cream sandwiches. None other than the Baked Bear.
It's a pretty fancy place, I have to admit that.
It's really cool. It's like Crumble Cookie had a baby with, really good ice cream. And this is what we got, so.
Well, I'm happy that it exists. Alright, so starting off like usual, I'll give a little bit of a background about the Baked Bear. From the Our Story section of their website, back in 2012, childhood friends Rob Robbins and Shane Stagger left their careers to follow their true passions, to open a restaurant concept together in San Diego.
Time out for a quick second.
Sir, yes, sir?
Don't those both sound like superhero names? Like they're aliases?
Yeah, because
of the alliteration.
Right, because Stan Lee popularized the whole first name and last name being the same, starting with the same letters, like Peter Parker and...
But it's even in DC stuff,
Bruce
too.
Banner, yeah.
Because Lex Luthor...
Oh, snap, you're right.
It's not a Stan Lee thing, it's just a superhero or villain thing. It's very strange. I don't know.
It does sound pretty fabulous, so I could see why he took to that naming scheme.
Yeah. So anyway, Rob Robbins, Shane Stanger. That's a fun name. But anyway,
Shaner Stanger.
Do you think he's dangerous?
Yes.
I need to go home. Okay.
We are home.
Oh no.
Yes. Anywho, Rob's favorite dessert growing up was ice cream sandwiches, so after much deliberation, they decided to move forward with a cookie and ice cream shop, where they would specialize in putting them together to make custom ice cream sandwiches. They opened their first store in Pacific Beach, California in May 2013. From day one to the present day, they have pleasantly surprised to find lines down the street and have won the hearts of locals and tourists that have drawn accolades from Forbes, Eater, Thrillist, and more. Accolades, huh?
Apparently.
So along with the ice cream zeitgeist, there's also like ice cream cultists.
What do you mean?
No.
Accolades are awards.
Oh, so they're not like followers of a sect or a cult.
No. What are you talking about?
I think you're
thinking of a different word.
I think I'm thinking of a different word.
Yeah, no, accolades are like awards and honors that they've received from, like, compliments essentially from these magazines that have said, oh, this is a great place to get ice cream and things like that.
I think I'm thinking of acolytes.
You are thinking of acolytes.
Okay.
Yes, no ice cream cult here.
Got it. Just ice cream sandwiches.
Yes.
And good ones.
Indeed.
Since 2013, the Baked Bear has expanded to many stores across the country, always with the same mentality: to serve the best tasting ice cream sandwiches in a fun atmosphere while providing the best customer service possible. Their current locations are in 10 different states, all in the United States. Alabama, California, Florida, Georgia, Maryland, New Jersey, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Texas. And more are on track to be added. So I'm going to pull up a map, actually, because I want to see if it's like a straight line. Like, what is the,
Oh, like where the Baked Bear locations are?
Yeah, like, is
Well,
it...
it's interesting because it was started in California, right? So it started on the West Coast. But if you look at these states, most of this is on the East Coast. Florida, Georgia, Maryland, New Jersey, South Carolina. Tennessee's not on the coast, but it's on the eastern side of the United States.
Oh.
And then, towards the east.
All right, I was kind of expecting to go straight from California to, like, New Jersey or something.
Nope.
No, okay.
And then right in the middle is Oklahoma, Alabama, and Texas for some reason.
Interesting choices. Maybe maybe it's cheaper, for the costs or something in those areas.
Maybe.
Yeah, isn't it, most of the, how do I put it? The cross-country, mag truck, owners all have, their businesses out of someplace in, the southern United States because it's just cheaper to license big old trucks there or something?
Maybe.
If you know what I'm talking about.
I'm going to be honest, I don't know what you're talking about because I'm trying to count how many Baked Bear stores there are. So hang on. Vamp while I do math.
All right. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. There we go.
So about 38 storefronts.
Yeah, I didn't have it in me to vamp about anything.
Okay, I
figured I'd help.
We'll just count.
Yes.
This becomes Sesame Street. This episode is brought to you by the number 38 and the letter B.
B, C. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Okay,
No,
go
okay,
on.
All right, then. This show is just ADHD, the show. Anywho, ice cream sandwiches is what the Baked Bear is famous for, and so we thought it would be fun to talk about the history of the ice cream sandwich and learn a little bit about where they came from.
Yes.
So, ice cream sandwiches, did you know, can be traced all the way back to the 1800s.
Okay, I did not know that.
They're really, really old. They were things called, and this is the dumbest name ever, but they started with things called hokey pokes. I don't know if it has anything to do with the song or not, but hokey pokes were ice cream treats that were compressed between two pieces of paper. So the ice cream would be sandwiched between two pieces of paper, and
They ate it?
You peel the paper off and eat the ice cream, like a little square thing of ice cream. And then it eventually evolved to putting sponge cake there instead, so that they could have something edible, but it got too soggy, so then that further evolved to graham crackers, and that was like, somebody said, hey, this is working, how can we evolve this even further? And someone who became very important in the history of ice cream sandwiches is a gentleman by the name of George Whitney. He was part of the store It's It Ice Cream in San Francisco, California, and they allegedly created, in air quotes,
yes,
the cookie sandwich. In 1928, George Whitney created the ice cream cookie sandwich, and when he decided to put vanilla ice cream between oatmeal raisin cookies and then dipped the entire thing in dark chocolate.
Well, he obviously had really good taste because oatmeal raisin cookies are the best cookie.
That is so far from the right opinion.
And I think that your insane not to agree with me because oatmeal cookies are objectively the best cookies.
Oatmeal cookies are fine. It's the raisins I have an issue with.
Well, without the raisins, they're kind of, I don't know, hard.
They're good, though.
Usually.
Why are you yawning this time?
I don't know.
We didn't even have ice cream.
I don't know. I've been working for like 3 days straight.
I think there's like a conditioning thing that when we start this podcast, you yawn.
Well, I'm tired.
At this point.
Because we're always recording at night.
I wouldn't say always, but whatever.
Here's one of two scenarios where this happens. One, we're recording at night, usually around 8 o'clock, and I'm usually pretty tired by then. Or two, it's in the middle of the day after we come back from ice cream and I'm crashing by that point.
You are fired up about this.
Yeah, so now I'm tired again, so go on.
So George Whitney creates the cookie sandwich in 1928 with the oatmeal raisin cookies and vanilla ice cream and dips it in dark chocolate. Then, later, much later, 50 years later on the ice cream sandwich timeline, a man named Richard LaMotta is credited as being the inventor of the original Chip Witch, which is chocolate chip cookies with vanilla ice cream in between.
Fancy.
That happens in 1978. So we have, a couple people. We've got, this whole thing going on in the 1800s with the paper and then the slow evolution, and then we eventually graduate to oatmeal cookies, and then people realize, that's not very good. So they
shut your mouth.
So they evolve to chocolate chips, and that's where we get to the traditional chocolate chip ice cream sandwich that you've seen in stores and whatnot today. But it's also important to note that various cultures have ice cream sandwiches, and one of the most famous ones is actually a Persian ice cream sandwich, and for reference, Persia is modern-day Iran.
Okay.
And I apologize to any Persian or Iranian listeners. I'm going to do my best to pronounce this properly. It's called Bastani Nooni. And
looks right.
I hope so. And it's an ice cream sandwich that places pistachio, rose, and saffron ice cream between two vanilla wafers.
Interesting.
So it's like the ice cream has a lot of these large flavors, and the wafers are what's not, are what's plain. Whereas I think ours are usually there's flavor in the cookies and like vanilla ice cream in the middle for most ice cream sandwiches. Unless you're making a custom one, like at the Baked Bear.
Yeah. So, moving on. Some of the signature dishes of the Baked Bear include... Oh, wait.
So, we don't...
Yeah, okay, I thought it was moving on to exactly... Whatever.
So, we're going to talk about the signature dishes, but this is what they have to say about their process of making... Because they don't have, specific recommendations. It's literally just these are the cookies they carry, these are the ice creams they carry, and then go from there. So, why don't you read about that while I pull up the flavors?
Sorry, yes, sir. The Baked Bear offers a dozen baked from scratch original recipe cookies and ice cream flavors, giving guests a chance to mix and match cookies or brownies for their top and bottom while choosing their favorite ice cream in the middle. Now that I'm thinking about it, what if I wanted, blasphemous, of course, but what if I wanted a chocolate chip cookie on top and an oatmeal raisin on the bottom? You
can do that. They asked me the first time, do you want one, both, I'm not wording this right. Do you want that on the top and bottom, or do you want just one of your cookies to be that thing?
We're both flubbering our deliveries today.
I butchered the execution of that sentence, but...
I blame myself. I've infected you with my memes.
Thank you for that.
Anyway. Okay, good to know. Before they are served, guests can choose if they want their sandwich rolled in toppings, Yes. And get their sandwich warmed up. We have 2 cookies of the month flavors that are always changing and a seasonal rotation of ice cream flavors. Other offerings include ice cream, cups, cones, pints, cookies, sundaes, and bear bowls. Ooh, bear bowls. That sounds interesting. Which include the bear bowls. Yes. The bear bowls are warm cookies or brownie bowls with ice cream. All right, so it's like, I don't know, a tuna bowl for sushi, but instead it's ice cream.
What are you talking about? It's essentially a sundae with a warm cookie or brownie as the base.
Right, okay, sure. Let's go with that.
So the flavors. Let's talk about the flavors. So obviously the first thing you do is you pick your cookie. They have rotating flavors, 2 cookies of the month, and then cookies that they have all the time. So the cookies that they have all the time include white chocolate macadamia nut, chocolate chip, Cookie Monster, which looks like a Cookie Monster because it's a blue cookie with other cookies in it, like Oreos and chocolate chip pieces and things like that. Then they have
Sesame Street
references. We talk about Sesame Street a lot on this show.
We do?
Well, we talked about Snuffleupagus.
Oh, that's a Sesame Street thing? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is.
Stop giving me that look.
I can't. It hurts me that you don't.
It's been like, what, 33 years or something? 30 years since I've seen any Sesame Street anything? You gotta give me a little bit of a break here.
I don't know. I watched a bunch of it when our friend's son was growing up, and I was over there a lot.
Well,
so I like watched it when I was little, and then I watched it again with a small child, and then I recently watched Elmo's interview with Andrew Garfield about grief, and that broke me in half.
Jesus Christ.
That was something I just happened to see on social media.
What the hell?
Yeah, it made me feel the feelings. It was really feeling inducing.
And what did Elmo have to say about grief?
Okay, do you want me to do this now here on the podcast?
I mean, if it's within like a minute, sure.
Okay, so long story short, apparently Andrew Garfield's mom passed away, and Elmo was like, oh, well, you must miss her. And Andrew Garfield talked about how, yes, but missing people is actually a gift because it means that they meant a lot to you, and really, I'm gonna cry. Really, you should be happy when you miss someone because that means that you had a lot of love for them and they were meaningful in your life. And Elmo was doing Elmo things and just asking all the raw questions that only Elmo can ask, and it broke me in half.
Yeah, it sounds like Elmo's a pretty a deep puppet guy when it comes down to it.
It's so true.
Yes.
But now that the Sesame Street segment of the show is at an end, we can move on or continue with the cookie flavors. So there's a cookies and cream cookie, which apparently is Oreo cheesecake flavored.
That sounds heavy.
Funfetti, which is birthday cake. Gooey butter cake cookie.
Sounds like a stomach ache to me in my anti-dairy ways.
Nutella chocolate chunk cookie, which is awesome, if I do say so myself. Classic snickerdoodle, and then they have a vegan gluten-free chocolate chip and a vegan gluten-free fudge brownie cookie.
That sounds very you.
The fudge brownie one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't get that one.
I'm surprised.
Either time. We'll talk about what I got. But
those
are the cookies, and then for ice cream, kind of a similar deal. They have
a nice spread, if I remember correctly.
And they have like a unique options. So they have cookie dough, blackberry crumble, toasted s'mores, churro ice cream, caramel pretzel fudge, bear batter, which again is a bright blue ice cream with cake and cookie brownie batter stuff in it.
It reminds me of that what was that blue ice cream from Milkcraft?
Mm-hmm. The cookie butter.
Yeah, it reminds me of the cookie butter in terms of just the appearance.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a future episode. Mud pie, mint chip, dark chocolate. Yes, folks, we've all heard my rants about dark chocolate ice cream and how it's really hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? Baked Bear has it all the time.
If only they were closer.
Yeah.
If they were closer, though, we'd run out of money really quick.
Also true. This place was not a cheap one.
No, but it was good.
And they have your classic cookies and cream, something called butter brittle cake, which is vanilla ice cream with butter brittle almonds and vanilla cake.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a vegan chocolate chip ice cream, and your classic old-fashioned vanilla.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, I think they said they have some seasonal flavors. Did we see any when we were there? I don't recall.
I don't remember. I don't think they did, but yeah,
I
didn't
think
get
so either.
Yeah, the flavors that I went with, I really enjoyed anyway. And I really doubt I would go for anything else, just because of how perfect it is, like, catered towards my taste.
Well, and also how you accidentally got the same thing twice, pretty much.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first? Do you want to talk about that?
I guess, while we're on the topic.
Okay.
So I got the lemon blueberry cookies with blackberry crumble in ice cream.
Well, hang on. Let's do a little bit of a backtrack.
Yes.
We've been twice.
Yes, we've been twice. We went to one in Asbury Park, and then we went to one in Long Branch, was it?
Yes.
Yes. And it was a good amount of time in between both of them.
Yes, we went to the Asbury Park one in summer, and we went to the, it was actually June, I think, before we even technically started the podcast.
So 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, and then we went to the...
June was when I finished my audiobook, and the last episode comes out next week. I can't believe I actually pulled that off.
You mean started your audiobook in June?
Yeah, I started it halfway through June.
Yeah.
I just can't believe that I finished the project. Like, I'm not used to my ADHD brain allowing me to, like...
Finish things?
And not only did I finish it, I'm really looking forward to the next project, so that makes me happy.
Yay!
Yes.
We love personal growth on this podcast.
Hell yeah. But yeah, we went in June to the Asbury Baked Bear location, and then... What was it, last week?
Yeah, end of October we went.
Yeah, the 27th, if I remember. Yep, it's the 27th. Yes. Yeah, that's the beauty of having a journal, honey. You remember these things, and if you don't remember them, you got, like, solid proof as to what you did that day.
Cool.
But anyway, we went to the Long Branch Baked Bear location on the 27th, which was I think that's a full week. Right?
Approximately, yeah, over a week ago.
Last weekend. Either way, both the locations were very much the same, like in terms of like their appearance on the inside, and both were in like expensive-ish areas. So yeah, this is like what I would consider to be a high-end ice cream place, regardless of like which location specifically they have like their store set up.
Yeah, this place feels bougie.
Yes.
Not gonna lie. But the first time we went, it was June, and you got one of their rotating cookie flavors.
All right.
The cookie of the month, which was...
the lemon blueberry cookies.
Mm-hmm.
I remember those things being good.
Yeah,
I went in there last week, and I was looking forward to getting the same thing, and when I didn't see it, yeah. Sad mime. Tear, like you just did.
Single tear running down the cheek.
Yeah, so I was very sad to see that gone. Because, oh my god, it went together with the ice cream that I got, which was which was the blackberry crumble ice cream. Which was, as it kind of sounds, it's like if you took some blackberry pie and you crumbled it up and you threw it into like lemon ice cream. Oh boy, that was some good ice cream.
I have
You have the picture? You have the description. Go ahead.
Vanilla bean ice cream with blackberry ripple and pie crust pieces.
Oh, that was vanilla?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was like lemon, but it was good.
Well, I think the acid from the blackberry probably makes it
taste like
have
it.
that tartness, you know?
Oh, it was so good. I love tart ice cream, so it was like extra good. And then that with the lemon blueberry cookies, it was so good. I enjoyed every single bite of it.
Cool.
Yes. And do you want to do your
My
first?
June one?
Yeah, your June one. Go
Sure,
ahead.
why not? Let's talk about it. So, as you all know, I have talked at length about my desire to have more access to dark chocolate ice cream. So when I saw that there was dark chocolate ice cream on the Baked Bear menu, I rejoiced and was very excited, and I said, okay, we're going all out chocolate fiend for this dessert. So back in June, I got the Nutella chocolate chunk cookie as my top and bottom, and the filling was dark chocolate ice cream. Now, neither of us got toppings any time here, because it just seemed like overkill.
Yes.
But you could roll it in sprinkles or something if you wanted.
I don't feel like it would have gone well with mine.
No.
If there was like some sort of like additional jam, I would have considered it, but no.
Yeah. So I had the Nutella chocolate chunk cookies with dark chocolate filling, and it was so very rich. It was fantastic, but I have not a critique, just an observation. Okay?
Yes.
So, you know how we talk about how certain ice cream from certain places seems to melt faster than others?
Yes.
Okay. So, for whatever reason, no matter where I've gotten it from, because I've gotten it from Cold Stone, I've gotten it from the Baked Bear, and I've gotten it from the place we went on our honeymoon in upstate New York.
Uh-huh.
Dark chocolate ice cream melts so fast. It is so frustrating because I'm a slow eater and I love dark chocolate, but it turns to soup so quickly, and I just could not eat fast enough to, like, combat the mess. It was delicious, but it was a delicious mess.
Sometimes the biggest messes are the most delicious ones.
It's so true.
And also, I feel the same way about any soft serve vanilla ice cream ever. They all seem to melt really quickly. The Dairy Queen one, and the Ralph one, and the Magnifico's one all melted pretty quickly.
I feel like the Ralph one was extra fast.
Yeah, that one was extra fast. Very quick.
But, anywho. So it was fantastic. It was delicious. The cookies were really soft and chewy and good and used Nutella. I love Nutella as another additional note. I think I've mentioned it maybe once or twice. But in addition to my love for chocolate, I really like hazelnut. So Nutella is like extra good. But yeah, so it was just like, it was really, really good, but it was messy and so rich. I could not finish it. It was a thick cookie sandwich that they gave you.
Thick.
Like, it's huge. They pile that stuff on there. I could not pick it up and eat it like a sandwich either. I had to, like, use the spoon.
Yes, when I was eating mine, did you see how I was tactically using my spoon to, like, push
the ice cream back in?
Push the ice cream back in.
It was escaping.
Yes, I tried to keep the sandwich as thick as possible without eating any of the ice cream by itself, because if I'm going to the Baked Bear, I'm eating it as an ice cream sandwich.
I mean, that's
It's
fair.
what I paid for, and I'm doing it.
All right, sir, calm down.
Never.
All right. But yeah, that's my review of my June thing. Plus, it was just like a nice place to go. We ended up there because we were in Asbury Park for my friend's book launch party thing.
Yes.
You should, side note, if you care about the Boy Scouts of America and you like to learn things, you should read the nonfiction book Morally Straight by my friend Mike.
Which is the
book we went to.
Why is my brain stopping? The book,
Launch?
Yes, I was going to say showcase.
Yeah, close enough.
All right. All right, so moving on to my second ice cream that I got from the Baked Bear in the Long Branch location, which is only half different from the first one, because as we said, I accidentally got the same kind of ice cream, which was the blackberry crumble with ice cream. And the only difference that I really got the second time around was instead of getting the lemon blueberry cookies, which they sadly did not have, I got the white chocolate macadamia cookies. Also really good. I definitely enjoyed the lemon blueberry cookies more, but, couldn't really do much about it in that circumstance because, wasn't the right season. But the white chocolate macadamia cookies were really good, and I think that they complemented the blackberry crumble ice cream pretty well. It was just like, I feel like the first time around, it was harder to differentiate between the cookie and the ice cream. Mm. And then the second time around, it allowed me to have more focus on the ice cream itself. Because the cookie was a little bit more demure. I don't know if that's the right word for it.
Demure.
Is that the right word? Don't laugh at me.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing at the stupid meme of it all.
Oh, there's a meme?
Very cutesy. Very demure.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Can it be used the way that I try to use it?
I don't know. But anyway, you're saying it wasn't as severe as the...
Yeah, it allowed me to taste more of the ice cream as opposed to like the cookies and the ice cream being of the same...
flavor profile.
Yeah, same flavor profile.
See, and you know what's funny is I did the same thing this time around. Because were you finished?
Yes. I am finished.
So I did essentially the same thing, because the first time I went all in on chocolate. I said, we're going Nutella cookies and dark chocolate ice cream. Hit me with your best shot, chocolate. I got this. And then it was really good, but it was super rich, and as we talked about, it made a giant effing mess, and I didn't like that. So, this time, I said, let me pick an ice cream filling that's gonna provide more contrast. I think that's the other thing that I was looking for.
That's a good word.
Some contrast between the cookie and the filling.
She's such a cat.
My cat doesn't like what I just said, apparently. She's got feelings. Anyway, the second time my second order, or the second time we went, I got the classic chocolate chip cookies, and the ice cream filling I went with was the caramel pretzel fudge ice cream, which, to just reiterate if I didn't already, is caramel flavored ice cream with chocolate covered pretzels and sea salt fudge mixed in.
Yes.
And also just a funny side note, I have a photo from their freezer. Both our flavors that we picked were next to each other. Because we're just cute like that.
Yes, we're the cutest of ice cream couples.
Yes. So, this was a really, really good decision. This was excellent. The chocolate chip cookies were soft and well baked and delicious. The caramel pretzel ice cream was smooth and flavorful. And anytime, I'm a big fan, I think, of pretzels in ice cream. Like a salty component to an ice cream snack, I think is really good.
Uh-huh.
So, I really enjoyed that, and I thought that it was great. I have really no critiques at all, except I wish it didn't cost as much as it does.
Yeah, that's literally the only real issue I could think of with this place. The price was what you'd expect from a bougie high-end ice cream place.
Yeah. I mean, I guess technically it's not that bad because they give you a lot.
I guess that's true.
And it's high quality.
That's true. But also, in some places, we'd probably be able to buy twice the amount of ice cream that we usually do for the same price.
Yeah. It's funny. I was telling my grandma about where we went, and, I was telling her the story. I'm like, yes, down in Pure Village, we were walking around, then we went and got the ice cream, but it was a little expensive, and she's like, well, how much is it? And I said, well, an ice cream sandwich was $9, and she went, oh my word.
Yeah.
It was so cute. Yeah, she's from a time period that's not, where things did not cost this much. So she was like, wow, that's wild. But yeah, that's the only thing that I would say is a negative of the Big Bear. It's just that it's a little pricey.
But if you're looking for good ice cream, it's hard to find places around here that are like of that quality.
Well, I don't know if I would say hard.
Huh?
We found some really good ones around here that are of that quality.
Yeah, but I feel like on average, probably the stuff from the Big Bear is, I don't know. I have faith in them, is what I'm saying.
I do too.
You don't get like store locations, and you can support yourself pretty well in Long Branch and Asbury Park without doing your thing and doing it really well.
That's true, especially since we needed to. I mean, Asbury Park is a shore town, right? It has a boatload of ice cream places all over the place. And when we went in June, granted it's summer and it was a weekend at the ice cream store, so it was crowded. There was a line. We had to wait, but that was fine because it was our first time and we had no idea what was going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
But also, you have to imagine, like, it's up against a lot of other really good ice cream places in the area, and the same thing goes for the Long Branch location. I mean, Pure Village has about 4 different ice cream shops that we walked by.
It was kind of crazy. Little bit.
Just a little wild. All in, like, this one square, maybe not even a square mile. I don't know. It wasn't that far to walk.
Yeah, I wouldn't even call that a square mile. It was really close. Everything was close.
So, it was kind of crazy that, but the point is, it's holding its own against other really good ice cream places. Especially
when we went there and went to Asbury Park in the summer. Oh, wow, that place was crowded.
Yeah. That's what I was saying before.
Yeah.
We barely got parking in Asbury Park.
Yeah, we had to pay for it because we just couldn't find it elsewhere.
Yeah, I had to download an app. It was a whole production. At least in Long Branch, we went to the parking garage.
Right. God bless parking garages. They may not be fun to spend the money on, but the ease of headache that you would have to go through otherwise just makes it worth it.
I would rather spend more money on the garage than have to worry about street parking. I hate parking on the street.
Yes.
It gives me such anxiety.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Especially if I have to parallel park.
Oh, yes. And plus, I can parallel park, maybe, but I don't trust myself not to do it perfectly when necessary. It was like the one thing that I didn't do well in my driving test.
Me too. That, and apparently I did a rolling stop at my stop sign.
You monster.
According to the guy. But I gotta tell you, I think they just like to give out licenses.
I think that they don't. If you don't hit someone and you can generally answer their questions and you don't kill them on the drive, they'll usually give it to you.
That's true. My mom has a crazy story from when she was getting her license.
What?
So when my mom was of licensing age, so 17.
All right.
This was before they. Did you take your test in the parking lot, or did they take you on the road?
They took me on the road.
Okay, see, they did mine in the parking lot of the DMV.
Well, aren't you lucky?
But my mom also had to go on the road. And the guy, he took her out onto the highway, into this little, back side street thing. And he said, okay, make a left down this road. And there was a one-way sign, and she made a left. And he said, okay, get out of the car, you failed. You turned the wrong way down a one-way. It was a friggin' trick. And he failed her.
That monster.
Yep. Apparently she was supposed to say, but sir, this isn't one way. And
Maybe there's just too many people and they don't want to get clogged up with people trying to take the test multiple times?
Maybe.
I don't know, it's just a guess.
I don't know. But it was crazy.
Yeah. It seems like ill-spirited, I guess is a way of putting it.
Yeah, it's just mean. That's like, you didn't need to wake up and choose violence today, sir.
Yes.
But apparently they did.
Mm-hmm. Anywho, you're done going over your flavors, right? I'm done with mine. So, I guess we could start going with the ice cream review, which I feel like we touched on a lot of the stuff with. It's very high quality ice cream, I would say. It was very tasty. The one flavor that I had. And you enjoyed both of yours, right? There wasn't like any part of it that you didn't enjoy?
Just the messiness, but that's a personal issue. That's not a ice cream problem. Yeah,
that comes with the territory of an ice cream sandwich, I feel like. Especially when you're not dealing with wafers. I feel like the reason why normal ice cream wafers, like with the general ice cream sandwiches that you get off the truck or from like a shop, right? I feel like the reason they have the holes is so that they break easier when you actually bite them. But cookies aren't really made to break in the same way. So you end up crushing them a lot, and because of that, the ice cream pours out the sides. And I'm pretty sure that's like half the reason they give you the spoon, to just shove it back in there when you're eating it. But yes, ice cream and the cookies, both very good quality ice. And pastry. Yeah. Got hit by a wave of tired there for a second.
Sorry.
Anyway, and I did not get a stomachache afterwards, so I'm guessing the cream levels aren't in the dangerous levels.
That's good.
Yes. But otherwise, we talked about the flavoring. Really good. So let's move on to experience, atmosphere, and location. Because we didn't really talk about the inside of the store.
Oh, it was super cute, though.
Yeah, it was a very cute little store. They had, like, fun little posters. They had a nice arrangement of the items. It was a hot water dispenser in the back.
Cold water.
Oh, cold water dispenser in the back. And I still don't know why they had a cold water dispenser in the back, but it's nice that...
Well, just a place for you to fill your reusable water.
That's nice, though.
Yeah, it was like a nice little extra thing. Plus, they were selling t-shirts. Not that we wanted one necessarily, but they were cute. They have the little bear logo on them, and it was just like a cute aesthetic of being in there with it was like dim lighting with the neon blue signs from the logo, and there was like a cute little sign with like ice cream rules or something on it.
Oh.
Oh, not. I'm making that up. It wasn't rules.
Maybe you're thinking of Friendlies.
It was information about their cookies and ice cream and their mission statement, which I think their mission is really cute. To spread joy and create memories, bringing a smile to every customer's face, one ice cream sandwich at a time.
I feel like this place took a couple of cues from Friendlies in general.
Maybe a bit. That's a really good picture of us.
Yeah, it's very cute.
I'm happy with that little logo.
That'll be the outro image.
I can't wait to show you guys this picture. It's a good picture.
But yeah, it's a fun little store. I like the inside. I like the outside. It's classy.
Yeah, it was really nice. And now the hard part. Because, first of all, it's extra hard because I can't find this episode 16 tier list. So, I don't remember. Like, I know we placed Allsteed Farms at the S level, but I don't remember where on S we put it.
I'm pretty sure that it was, like, before Brian's, but after Frozen.
See, I thought we put it before Frozen. I don't know.
Either way, it was really high.
It's in S, up top, very high on the list. So.
Oh, snap, you're right. It was the front. We were making a big deal out of it that some things, like, supplanted Frozen flavors.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So, okay, cool. So then going down in descending order from the S tier, Allstead Farms, Frozen Flavors, Ryan's Homemade Ice Cream, Friendly's, and Strollo's Lighthouse. A tier includes Gabriel's Fountain, Nicholas Creamery, Carvel, Ralph's Famous Italian Ices, and Frozen Yo Cafe. B tier includes Rita's, Baskin Robbins, and Cold Stone. C tier is still all by its lonesome, totally empty, and D tier has Dairy Queen, Magnificos, and bringing up the rear, Mini Melts.
Yes.
So now, where on this list should we put the Baked Bear? Because it's getting more difficult.
It is getting more difficult. Which is why I feel like we need to start making the multiple tier lists so that it could be like all alone in its own tier list of ice cream sandwiches.
Like, it's definitely got the best ice cream sandwich. That's for sure.
Do we have any other ice cream sandwich places on our list to, like, review?
I don't know.
So they're just very unique.
I think so.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing. If we're just thinking about ice cream, right?
Not the cookie?
Now, for the sake of placing it, because the cookies were fantastic. But
how did you feel about the ice cream?
The ice cream
because I really like
was
mine.
also fantastic. That's what I'm getting at.
Okay.
I think it definitely has to be above Carvel.
It definitely is.
The other stuff that's already above Carvel is where it gets tricky for me. So, what do you think?
The way I'm setting this up in my head is if you gave me like an indispensable credit card and you told me to go to one ice cream place or the other based on flavor, out of Nicholas and this place, I guess it depends on the time of year. Yeah. Like if they had the apple cider ice cream, I would go for that over.
But consider this.
Consider the consistency.
Consider this.
Okay.
The Baked Bear has the blackberry crumble flavor all year round.
That's true.
That's on their everyday menu.
So I would say in terms of consistency, I would probably put the Baked Bear above Nicholas. Okay. Then we have to think of Gabriel's. I would put the Baked Bear over Gabriel's.
You would?
You wouldn't?
I was thinking between, it could go between Gabriel's and Nicholas, but...
You liked Gabriel's flavors more than I did.
I did, yeah. But that's, you know what? Let me think for a second. They have dark chocolate ice cream. That's like a big win for me in my column. Plus that caramel pretzel... I'm gonna have dreams about that caramel pretzel fudge ice cream.
That good, huh?
It was really good.
Okay.
I could be okay with it being at the front of A.
Because also it's really unique. I feel like Gabriel's and Nicholas are very much in the same.
Is it unique enough to be bumped up to the end of S, though? Is the question.
We're really like top loading the S tier these days, aren't we? I think I'm trying to like consider which one would I rather go to on a general basis. The Strollo's or the Baked Bear. I don't know. They're like dead even in my brain. They're
really even. Well, if that's the case, if they're really even, then they should both be on S.
So you say you would agree that the Baked Bear should be at the end of S tier?
That's what I'm thinking. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I'd have a really hard time deciding between the two of them, and I guess it would depend on, like...
If you felt like an ice cream sandwich or Italian ice.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, that's what I'm going to go with. I'm locking it, my opinion, in for the end of S tier after Strollo's Lighthouse.
Deal.
All right.
Insert handshake picture.
Yes, I think that... I think they deserve it.
I do too. They're really good. And, like, even if you don't want the ice cream sandwich, the ice cream by itself is just really good. Or the cookies by themselves are really good, and you can buy a box of them, crumble style. They have the big long box.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
That you can just buy cookies if you feel like it.
Oh, that's nice.
So, something else to think about. Also, just as a fun side note, they have a stuffed carrot cake cookie for fall right now that came out like the week after we tried it.
I was about to say, I did not see that.
Yeah, it's new.
I would have probably gone for that.
Just saw it on their Instagram. Yeah, it's like a carrot cake cookie stuffed with cream cheese frosting.
And one thing that I don't think we actually mentioned, so we're still willing. Are you still willing to put them in S tier with the pricing?
I feel like you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Right? That's in this case, the pricing matches what we got. If it was more expensive, it would have been too much, I think, but it's like it's still pricey.
If it went to 10, it would have been a no deal.
Right, I think it's still pricey, but it's manageable for what we got. So, I'll allow it.
Yes. If it was any more expensive, though, it would be a problem.
You're gonna have an issue with the place we go this weekend.
Oh, no. This place better be amazing.
We shall see.
I hope so.
Okay. So, we've done it. 17 episodes. Here we are.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to talk about the new thing that we just set up today?
The new thing that we just set up today. Oh, the Ko-fi?
Yeah.
Yes. So I was looking around at other YouTubers who do audiobooks because that's like my big focus as of late. I'm working on a complete edition of my Boogie Pop and Others audiobook, which is so the original series was in 23 separate videos, and this one is like just one is going to be one video, and it's going to have like remastered sound and then like art, like it has going to have new art stuff. Okay. Why is my brain
come back to me?
Yes, my brain's shut out. I'm short down. I'm tired, honey.
It's okay. So
anyway,
in the process,
I found out about Ko-fi because a lot of other audiobook guys use it. And it's like Patreon, except it's like their big thing is like one-time donations or one-time like tips, as they like to call them. And it seems pretty nice. So both me and Holly created 2 different Ko-fi accounts. She made one for the Scoop podcast, and I made one for Ectro's Parlor, which is the audiobook YouTube channel. And now we have a Ko-fi account, and we're going to leave the we're going to put the JPEG or the PNG of it at the end of the video. Mm-hmm. So if you're interested in like supporting us financially to go to these places and eat all the ice creams, well, we're definitely not going to turn you down. The minimum one-time donation fee is $1. So if you just want to do $1, then that's perfectly fine with us. If you want to do more, well, that's even better. So it's all up to you. Whatever you feel like, allotting us.
I think that was well done.
Yes.
And if you can't afford to donate, that is also fine. Just continue to support us by following us on Instagram, subscribing on YouTube, listening on Spotify, etc., telling a friend or enemy, doesn't matter.
Oh, and you know what makes YouTube guys very happy? Just a like. Just a comment.
Yes, leave a like or a comment on the videos.
I know it's redundant to hear that, but it does a lot in just motivating us to keep going.
True.
Just so that we know that people are enjoying the content. Nothing makes me happier than comments and likes. So yeah, that's basically it. So if you're interested in supporting us, go to the Ko-fi account and send us a little bit of something so that we can pay the tolls.
Support us any way that you can. We appreciate it. And thank you, as always, for listening. Make sure to do all the following, liking, subscribing, etc. so you can always know where to go for your frozen favorites. And remember to tune in next week for a review of an independently owned Connecticut shop with seemingly endless flavors and ice cream novelties.
Yes, lots and lots of novelties.
We are finally going out of state for this one.
Yes. All right. As always, thank you for watching/listening.
Bye.
Bye.